Hi there, it's Shannon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I've been podcasting for quite a few years now, and I'm a little late to the video podcasting platform, but I do have intentions to keep showing up here, so I hope that you will subscribe and let's connect. I am a holistic life coach and an intuitive energy healer and a spiritual mentor and teacher. I'm also an artist and a writer. And on this channel, we're going to talk about all things that relate to our spiritual, emotional, mental, energetic well-being. It's all about self-discovery and empowerment because we are on a journey in this lifetime to be our most authentic self. And there's a lot of awakening going on right now. So it brings great joy to my heart that we can connect in this way because we need each other. Every single one of us has a personal path, a unique path, and one that we have to walk. And it's about healing and growing and evolving and expanding. But we don't have to do that alone. And so chances are, if you found this already, you are a person who seeks to connect with others. You're looking for community, or you're looking for information. You're looking to expand your own consciousness during this time of awakening. And so it's a great honor to connect with you. So when I hit record, I trust that what we all need to talk about in the moment will come from my heart. And that's really the best way that I can communicate and connect with you in the moment. So let me just share a few things. I have my rose quartz. My son, who is 10 now, loves crystals. I've always loved stones, crystals. I've collected rocks for years. And this is one that he picked out and found at a rock show. And I just love it because it reminds me of him. I think it's just really cool. So when we have a full moon, he likes to put it out there. And I like to use it sometimes when I'm journaling. So for whatever reason, I felt like rose quartz was a good one today. You know, this particular color, the color pink, and the rose quartz crystal is really good for heart opening. And that is a big part of what's going on right now with our awakening process, is we're remembering and relearning how to live and lead from our hearts. And that can feel quite vulnerable. It can feel quite scary. I think it's why we live a life kind of dimming our light or hiding our true self or not quite knowing who we are and wanting to find the courage to be who we are, because it can feel so vulnerable in this world. And what's so exciting about this time in our history is that more people are realizing that love is a powerful tool, that love is power. And when we can learn how to live and lead and move forward and share with love, our entire universe changes. It starts with ourselves. It starts with self-love, which is why we've always typically lived in a world that tries to teach us not to love ourselves completely. We're always kind of looking like, feeling like something's missing, like for whatever reason, right? We were hard on ourselves. We have the worst inner critics. We don't believe in ourselves. We think we're missing something. We never have enough of something, or we're too this, or we're too old to start something. All those things that we're learning through our awakening process, how to shed, how to wash away, how to move through so that we can find true freedom. True freedom. And I really believe that true freedom starts with self-love. I guess this is why I picked this today, because this represents to me a lot of self-love, a lot of compassion, being kind and tender with our hearts. So if that resonates with you, then let's keep connecting here as we see where this takes us next. You know, life can feel quite lonely when you're on an awakening journey, and when you know there's more to life, and your heart and soul are seeking that wholeness. Sometimes when we're awakening, we can feel like nothing quite fits in our life like it used to. So what used to feel comfortable doesn't click anymore. It's like when you do this with me. So when you like clasp your hands, it's super natural to do it. You always do it the same way. Now try to do it the opposite way. It is not comfortable. It doesn't feel good. Same thing with like your arms. Cross them the opposite way right now. It's uncomfortable. I don't like it, right? But sometimes we have to get through, not sometimes, I really think all the time, we have to get through the uncomfortable place to feel like, ooh, actually, wow, why haven't I ever done this before? This is not quite comfortable yet, but we'll get there, right? That is a lot of what's happening right now. We're realizing that what felt comfortable doesn't feel right anymore. And it's exciting. It really is exciting. So grab your drink. I'm drinking an iced coffee today. I like to grab different drinks in the afternoon. So this is kind of one of my favorites. And this is what I'm having today. It's super windy here. But what I love about the season change is where I live, we are moving from winter and we're getting closer to spring. And the moment March 1st hit, I felt this energy shift. And I'm curious, are you feeling that too? Wherever you are, you're shifting to a new season. And something happens. There's this this electricity that's happening right now to encourage movement. So if you're feeling stuckness, if you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling like you're gripping to the past, pay attention. What is it that you're holding on to? We're moving towards spring. So all of a sudden I start to get this like spring cleaning energy, like I want to clear closets and the cobwebs in the windows and all the things, right? Wash the windows. There's a freshness, there's an excitement in the air, and we are craving creating new energy. Get rid of the stagnant, the stuck, the old ways of being. Clear it out of our energy field, clear it out of our bodies, clear it out of our closets, clear it out of our mind. So if you've typically been the person who doesn't believe in themselves or has always lived with a lot of self-doubt or wants to change, wants to listen to your heart and soul, but maybe is still feeling a little inner critic, lead the way. Start with your mind. What can you let go of that isn't serving you anymore? Your mind, your thoughts can play on repeat. They can loop, and they really can create the filter in which you see the world through. So what are you seeing the world through? Is it an uplifting energy? Is it a high vibration? Is it one of love? Or is it through the lens and the filter of fear, guilt, regret, negativity? Neither one is good or bad. It's just, how does it make you feel? And if it's feeling limiting, if it's making you feel stagnant, then it's time to breathe a breath of fresh air. It's time to open the windows and let some of that new breeze in, right? So how do we do that? Well, my first question to you is, in this moment, if you just take a breath and tune in with yourself right now, maybe you're doing a lot of things right now. Maybe you're multitasking. What does your heart need in this moment? Ask yourself that. You might have to close your eyes unless you're driving, of course, doing something else. But can you just tune in for a moment? Take a deep breath. What do I need most in this moment? And see what bubbles up for you, and see if you can trust that. this season of spring or maybe fall, depending on where you live, is the in-between. It's the in-between the winter and the summer. And sometimes the in-between can feel uncomfortable. You know, it's as basic as when you are used to wearing like winter clothes and now it's hotter days and you're not quite ready. It's like, oh, I don't really want to shave my legs again, or, you know, have my arms exposed, or I don't know what to wear, right? It can be as simple as, what do I wear? I find wind to be very irritating. And so there's an irritation sometimes with this season because it's just not familiar. It's messy. But life is messy, and especially when we're in the in-between, when we're in the void, when we're going through change, when we're awakening. And there's also an excitement to it. So I see some of the daffodils are starting to come up. The other day, I took an online native planting class, and I found out about a place in my area that has a seed library. You guys, this is so cool. It's a library. Like, instead of checking out books, you can use your library card to take seeds for your garden. And these were flowers, these were herbs, these were vegetables. I mean, everyone needs a seed library. I just think that's so incredible. And it got me so excited about gardening. I am a newbie, I would say. I have done gardening over the years, more experimental, but I'm really starting to learn more about the medicinal plants that I want to grow, how to make my own flower essences and body sprays with what I'm growing, tuning into the consciousness of flowers, and then using what I'm growing not only to make medicinal foods, but also using those as subjects in my paintings. It's an even inspiration in my meditations. So there's a lot that I feel bubbling up, this new excitement about spring and the new beginnings that are just starting to percolate, right? And I like to think about our inner lives and our need for self-discovery and for clearing out the stagnant energy like a garden. We cannot just start cultivating new dreams without clearing some of the old stuff that tends to sabotage it. So when you think about, you need healthy soil to put seeds in the ground in the spring, what are some ways that you can take good care of your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual, emotional, and energetic health to create that fertile soil for new beginnings? That can be getting out in nature. That can be trying meditation. That can be getting to that yoga class you've always thought about but haven't quite tried yet. That can be watching videos like this. It can be reading spiritual books. It can be buying yourself a deck of cards like oracle cards or affirmation cards that inspire you. It can be learning about crystals or breathing techniques, creativity. There's so many ways that you can bring spring or even autumn into your life so that you can feel ready for what's to come. So that you can break out of the loop of repeating over and over those thoughts that don't support you anymore, or those heavy emotions that are kind of stuck in your energy field, or just thinking that life's just how it's going to be. That's what's exciting about right now, is I think it's globally. I don't think it matters what season you're in. There is this energy that's globally happening right now that is creating movement. It is creating movement. Now, sometimes the movement it's creating is not welcome. Sometimes it's like, oh my God, this is what I've been dreaming and working so hard towards. So I'm not discounting that there is some movement in life that maybe feels very challenging. But I'm encouraging you right now in this moment to trust your intuition, to go within and listen to your heart and soul, and think about the new beginnings that you're ready to manifest in the world. How do you want to tap into and tune in with this energy that's happening right now, that's trying to help us evolve, that's expanding our consciousness, that's saying maybe there is more to life than just feeling stuck. Maybe there is more to life than just believing that I'll never make it. Maybe there is more to life when I allow myself to change my thoughts and believe that anything is possible. Maybe there is more to life when I know that I'm not the only one who wants depth, who wants to create, who wants to live in a world that really honors, celebrates living and leading with love. What can you do right now as we're shifting seasons and we're feeling this new energy to treat yourself with love? And then how can that spill out as you connect with others? Okay. Before I turned record on, I asked for what would be the card that we could share today with you all from this deck here. This is one that I like to use often for myself. And this is the card that I pulled. It's Joanna Powell Colbert is the creator of this beautiful deck. And this is the Ace of Fire. So right away, when you look at a card, if you're new to pulling cards, one of the things I'd suggest to you is to use your intuition to trust that images, words, phrases, songs, what comes up for you when you see this picture? What do you think this symbolically represents? So when I see this card, I think of, well, obviously new beginnings. There's new life. There's new life here. Just starting to hatch. And there's this fire with it, which I simply love. There's this like spark of new life. New life. So I'm going to read to you what the actual book says. And let's see what the inspiration is here. It's the Ace of Fire card. When you get this card in a reading, you are bursting with new energy. Your sense of self is heightened and you are feeling assertive. You are charged with creativity and can't wait to begin new projects. I feel that way. You may be discovering a new way to express your sensuality. You are beginning a transformation of some kind and quite possibly a healing as well. And then the affirmation for this card is, I am ablaze with creativity and passion. I love the reminder that as we are at a beginning, so maybe you're going through a big challenge and there's some big transformation happening. Maybe there's some big letting go that you're being called to face. That transformation is an ending and it's also a new beginning. And I love the reminder that it's also healing as well. Anytime we go through transformation, this void, this in-between, we are going through a healing process. And anytime we go through a healing process, we are expanding. We are growing. We are reaching a new consciousness. We are waking up. And that, even though it may not feel easy at the time, that is the reward. That is the opportunity that comes from the challenges we face. So, are you nourishing and nurturing your creativity? What are you feeling passionate about? What is your intuition nudging you to do? Listen. Listen to it. You are being called to listen to it because there are new beginnings on the horizon, you guys. I feel it deeply. I want to know in the comments, do you feel these new beginnings starting to happen? What does that mean for you? What does that look like for you? What are you feeling passionate about? Okay. So before we end today, a couple of announcements. I have opened one-on-one sessions. I have 6 days in March 2024. for my spring energy reset. If you want a one-on-one session with me, I have sessions where I look at your human design chart. So if you don't know what human design is, or you've had a full reading, it doesn't matter. We use that. That is your energy blueprint. It is like your astrology map, but we really look at how your energy operates, how to access your intuition, what your learning style is, what your true gifts are, what your life curriculum is. We look at all of that, and I use that as the foundation for these energy readings. And then we are going to release any stuck energy with the emotion code. It's one of my favorite, well, both of those are my favorite tools for releasing stuck energy and opening up your heart, your soul, your body, your mind to living more in alignment with your true authentic self, living without all the clutter. Living without all the clutter. We are being called to release the energy and the emotions and the past that are keeping us from following and living with our passions, that are keeping us stuck in karma cycles, that are keeping us from not truly believing in ourselves or living in alignment with our authentic, unique gifts that we are here to share with the world. So I include human design, the emotion code, intuitive energy healing, and you're going to find out what are some flower essences, which again is the energetics of flowers and plants that will help you. It's all natural. That will help you stay in tune with who you are, that will bring a sense of balance to your mind, body, and spirit as you clear out the clutter and evolve and expand and make room for the things that matter most to you in life. So I have 6 days in March. If you're looking for a one-on-one session, look for my spring energy reset sessions on my website, freespiritlife.com. I also just launched last month a new online Patreon community, and it is where we are coming together in circle. These are people who like topics like this, who want a safe and sacred community to connect with each other, to feel like we've got your back, we get you. And I'm really excited for this. I share nature walk talks every week. We do fun creative projects together. Go check that out on my website as well. What else am I doing? Oh, I have 2 intuitive watercolor classes that I'm teaching in March, and those will be live Zoom calls. If you sign up for those classes, you will get the recordings, and this is about intuitive painting. This is for anyone who has not painted ever, or hasn't painted in a while, or who's always been interested to try something like watercolor, or for those seasoned artists who just need an inspiration. I'm going to lead you in a 2-part series to inspire your intuition, because I believe all of us are creators. All of us are here to be creators. We are artists. We are artists of our own lives. And when you make space to nourish and nurture your creativity, it quiets your mind. It settles your nervous system. It sparks your imagination. It helps you see things in a new, fresh light. It helps you tune in to your own inner wisdom, your own guidance. And that's when your creativity really, where's that card? That's when your creativity really is ablaze, when it really gets sparked. I love fire. I love sparking creativity. So maybe that's why I pulled this card. New beginnings, they're happening, you all. So let's experience them together. All right. I hope this was helpful. Please leave a comment. You can email me or check out my website for more details. And I can't wait to see you and connect with you. And I will be back shortly with another video. Be well, my friend. Bye.